hurt.
Well, yes.
I didn't resent you. I was hurt.
It's been a journey, and we've learned a lot at this point, but there's some residue, and that residue has to be dealt with.
Man, when it comes to Anthony and Toya, all I gotta say is everyone has their sides. Everyone's entitled to their own feelings and emotions in every situation and circumstance. I feel bad for Anthony not feeling supported. I feel bad for Toya because she feels like, I guess, you know, she's not being heard in her side of it. So, I mean, but I do agree with her. It just seems like there is some residue that needs to be worked out. Like the major issue, the major conflict might have been worked out, but there seems like some residue that needs to be resolved. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is with that.
Well, it sounds like you and Kristina want to do the same thing, and she reached out to me first, so, you know, you should talk to her and see if she'd be down to do this. And I was like, that's no problem. Like, you know, that's my sis. Like, she would totally be down. Like, we were talking about collabing together. Kristina did text me back saying that she's confused on what I'm asking.
Confused about what?
I don't know. I got Harper Ray just out here waiting on me to follow up with him.
Yeah. I have no idea how this meeting is gonna go. Brandon, you better show up.
Here he comes. Ooh.
What hurt you the most about what had happened?
I felt really belittled. Very unsafe, very
Disrespected. And I'm gonna say this, I'm glad that y'all are speaking to somebody. Seems like y'all are trying to work through it and get some help. Kristina and Brandon, so it is good to see that y'all are talking to people because that's what's needed. Y'all need to talk, y'all need to sit down, y'all need to hash things out. And those, your mentors, they seem to give you really good advice. So I mean, at least you're talking to somebody, and that's what y'all need to talk to each other, and y'all need to have that mediator there, those mediators there. So I was glad to see that. That's good. That's great. Keep working on that, you guys.
I was being selfish, and I don't ever see us getting divorced. I'll never say it.
How would you feel it?
Brandon, he kind of surprised me, and I'm very proud of him in this moment for being vulnerable and for taking ownership of what he's been doing.
Anthony will talk with my dad after his, emotional breakdown on the boat. I think it's very important that, he just gets all that out. I think it would bring some closure.
Somebody make some noise for Jesus! I've got the best.
Look at Auntie Deborah.
Well, praise God, everybody. Hallelujah. It doesn't matter what's going on in my life right now. God is working it for my good. Stick with love. Well, come on, put your hands together and give Jesus the best clap you can give him. Everything is working for him.
Bishop, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's my guy. We both love God. Of course, that's his job, though.
Straighten me up.
You know how you do.
I do, okay.
Let's have a talk right after service.
Well, let me just shake a few hands. You know how difficult the school year was for him. The challenges he faced, being singled out, racism, the times that I would pick him up at school, and he's in tears. And in that time frame, I felt like the best thing for Anthony right now is to be stable here. Your presence in the house is so vital right now because we got to get the kids stable. The flip side, Anthony, becomes, God works with couples out of agreement.
Yeah.
It's better to wait on some things because there is an agreement than to, force your way into it and then make it worse.
It felt like it was a family versus me. It was intense. Like I was trash now, like a deadbeat dad or left my family.
I am glad that Anthony was able to express himself. I just hope and pray that he does get that opportunity again. That's all I'm gonna keep saying. I think that working with Marvel was a really good opportunity. So I definitely hope that listening to Bishop, that another opportunity or similar opportunity of that stature does come along again when his family can be more stable and in agreement. and on one accord, on the same page. So that's all I can hope. I can hope and pray that, because I mean, outside of that, I guess it's not really too much that really can be done. I mean, but he did say, you know, last episode that he has some things shaking and moving still in Atlanta. So it doesn't seem to be that all ties or severs have been lost. So I mean, there could be light at the end of the tunnel after all. But I definitely hope that he gets that same type of opportunity.
I believe that dream is still alive, and what has been prophetically declared will come full circle. I just don't know the right timing. You know, my commitment to our family is to make sure all of our family are succeeding in what their purpose is.
I have not heard back from Kristina since pitching the idea of working with her parade together, but that's not going to slow down business for me. I am going to focus on these current projects that I'm working on.
You coming from the west side, Northland, I don't care if you're going to the east side off Charmers, Escape Land, man, don't walk in the building if you can't at least go around without falling.
No, for real.
Serious.
That's real. That's real.
I wear a size.
He gonna pull
He's
something.
like big man. Okay, let me try this out.
No. Brandon looked like baby. He did not lie on that one. Oh my god.
Please don't let my husband fall.
Why is my calf tired already?
Okay, Brandon, you keep playing around being Bambi on them skates, you're gonna break a hip. All right, now, I agree. Too old to be doing certain moves. At a certain point, you just go about the rink and you just keep it real nice and pleasant. You ain't gotta do all them tricks and all that fancy stuff. Do not hurt yourself on them skates, bro.
See, I'm the visionary. My goal is to cast the vision. It's your job to help me implement the vision.
This is starting to sound like I have to sacrifice my career, my endeavors to run the gym. You know, I would really love to sit down with the previous owner and understand what that first year looked like for him. And if I'm going to be operating, helping facilitate this business transaction, I need to be on the front end.
Let me say this. I agree with Kolby, because at the end of the day, if you want me to be able to sign something, I need to be able to see it. And having a conversation after the fact does not really make me be so amped to want to sign stuff or go look at it. Because it's like, what are we talking about here? I'm not saying I got to be part of every conversation. I'm not going to say that. But for sure, if you're talking about buying something, you go do a walkthrough, like, I mean, yeah, you're right. There's no contract to sign yet. But when it does happen, I need to see it first. I'm not signing nothing without a contract. That's just smart. Like, you don't put your John Hancock on nothing that you're not fully in agreement with, because now it's legally binding. So, I mean, I'm not mad at Kolby. She got every right to feel the way she feel. Period. It is giving me vibes of like not trusting, and I guess to a certain point you do have to trust that he's gonna go out and lay the foundation, so then when you do come into the conversation, it is very much laid out and understood what's happening. So I mean, I guess everybody's different. There has to be a give and take there, but I mean, definitely I would guess be a little bit more understanding on his side too. Like, let him go out and lay the footwork, and then you come in at the appropriate time and be able to do what you need to do, and let everything just be wrapped up in a nice neat bow. How about we do it like that?
I had a man's movement meeting coming up. I want to invite y'all. I need y'all there.
Tell me more about it.
It's to help inspire men to have a voice, to be strong, not play the blame game, blaming women, blaming the white man, all that. No, it's time for men to stand up. Because how long has women been carrying our community?
Yeah.
So it's time to help build strong men.
I get to the showcase.
Let's talk about the show.
Here he go.
Let's bring some investors to the table, some stakeholders to the table. Let's put some artists on the stage, put them up there, including my artist Nija. You win if you get an agreement that night. You know what I'm saying? If you get like a deal that night.
Hey, do me a favor though. Please make sure your wife know about all
Please, Russell. Thank you, Russell, because I was asked about that same question. Does your wife know about that?
What is going on?
Somebody lying.
I just needed
Somebody is lying.
Some space. I'm sorry, like, I'm not trying to be insensitive about it, but I just needed to back off and worry about getting Kristina through this moment. So I was a little confused about the question about the whole Harper Ray collaboration. Like, I didn't understand the text. I think I told you that I didn't understand the text.
And that's why I called.
I didn't want to, suggest the collaboration together. If that's something that you want to do, I'll let you make that decision. So I was confused because I felt like I was getting like conflicting information. If anything, I share a lot of resources. I love to see people win, especially Black women or especially women that are connected to me.
It's not
But
looking like
if you're
it.
trying to win with me, we gotta do things the right way.
I'm going to agree with Kolby on this one. Definitely seems like Kristina is trying to shift blame. Now, here you go. Here's the missing piece that we don't have. We don't have Jillian. I think that was her name. We don't have her side. So we really don't know what was said with Kolby's conversation. We don't know how it was presented to Kristina. So that's the missing piece we have. But right now it's definitely seeming like some misunderstanding, some miscommunication. Maybe Kristina misunderstood what she was trying to say when she brought the idea of, possibly Kolby working with them, I guess, in the collaboration. I'm not sure if Kolby misunderstood what she said when she meant to reach out to Kristina. I mean, I thought it was very clear that she said to reach out to see if they all three could work together. That seemed to be the consensus. But maybe she meant to reach out to get permission or whatever the case may be. I mean, from what Kristina's saying is making it really clear that they kind of put it in Kristina's hands on if she wanted to do this three-way collaboration. So, Kristina, if you didn't want to do it, my thing is, why didn't you just say no? Why didn't you do? Because that's what it seems like to me. It seems like you don't want to do the collaboration, but you also don't want to just come out and say no, you don't want to do it. It's like you want to beat around the bush. It's like, just say no. If they left it in your ball court and let you make the decision on if there's going to be a three-way collaboration, make the decision as a businesswoman and then move on. Like, what are we really arguing back and forth about? What are we talking about? But I agree with Kolby. If you said that, if you brought it up for us to collaborate and this is now an opportunity to collaborate, like, are we not? Like, are we gonna work together? Are we gonna collaborate? Or are we not? But for you to just like ghost her and then like make it seem like you didn't get phone calls. Like, ironic, you get the text message but not the phone calls. So somebody lying. Like, Toya was like, what's going on here? Somebody lying. That's it. Somebody's lying. Because there's no way you're gonna get text messages and not phone calls. So if you got the text messages and there were phone calls, you got them. Unless Kolby didn't place the phone calls. But somebody lying. But, I mean, what are we talking about here? Either do the collaboration or not. Like, that's just about my Kolby. I would just say don't do it at this point. Might as well go try to figure something else out because she seems like she don't want to work with you and she don't want to be honest either. So, if you're not trying to be honest with me and not work with me business-wise, I probably don't need to work with you anyway because it's probably going to be further issues down the line. This is just the first red flag. So, might be best to cut your losses short now, Kolby. Hate to say it.
I am defensive because take the phone off me next time. Say something to me. I just want to be clear. I really want here to bring this to my attention. That's not sisterly. That's not what sisters do.
It's not business.
I don't have to share a collaboration if I don't want to.
But Kristina, we've had these conversations about content and about working with brands for a very long time.
Which brands have you pitched and said, I'm pitching this brand so me and Kristina can work
Kristina, I've been asking you to have conversations about pitching.
Wait a minute. But what brand have you pitched and you said this will be a great
brand.
Exactly.
So I was the initiator of trying to pitch the Harper Ray brand for us to work together.
No, Kolby. You just ended up pitching to the same brand that I was actually
And is that a big deal though?
You're not. I think it's going over your head.
That's really what needs to happen because I know it's like this is not the first time.
Here you go.
Kristina has got on my head recently about not defending her.
Well, we know.
Is now addressing my wife, so I'm going to step in. Because you said something about a makeup artist that Kolby also like tried to get that you already had in the bag.
And Brandon's trying to bring up Mariah. My agency pitched Mariah. I had nothing to do with that. I didn't know about it.
Are you trying to ignite something?
You know, I'm trying to get down to the truth because from what I've witnessed is that it's been multiple times where it's
multiple. Give me examples. Bring them out.
I don't know them,
okay,
but it's just
what is it multiple times?
And B, why you ain't said that to me?
Because it's not that deep.
It seemed deep to bring it up.
I mean, y'all can, but it's like if she has a conversation with you and then the next day, like you're on the same thing, that's looking like a Kolby tag.
We all thank you. We all have the same look on our face.
Kolby Cat, really, Brandon, Kolby Cat, that's the best you had. No. And this, let's even get off of that. That's really what you're gonna do, sir. So these last 3 episodes, you done ran around, let your wife look like a complete fool. Y'all done acted out your own drama, and so to take the heat off of y'all now stir up this other random drama. Like, what are we talking about here? I'm so confused. Aren't we all doing the same thing to a point? We got 5 million different IG models out here doing the same doggone thing. I'm so confused. Like, what aren't we all recycling each other's shit? Like, what are we talking about? Like, we're having an irrelevant conversation. And for what? Because now you would look like the good old husband that's defending the wife? Really? When, I'm gonna be honest, your wife didn't need defending in that moment. She actually was wrong. She did not reach back out to Kolby. She definitely tried to hide her hand in it. And then she tried to make it seem like Kolby, I get what she was doing now. She was trying to make the play that Kolby pitched to the same person or whatever, same clientele that she was doing. Like, she's poaching on the clientele, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, that's where she's trying to go. It's like y'all gonna run in the same circles if y'all do the same thing. Y'all gonna have the same type of almost similar networking circles if y'all do the same thing. So, I mean, if y'all two really good influencers, I mean, it kind of makes sense. So it's like, Brandon and Kolby, I'm sorry, Brandon and Kristina, I don't like y'all. I really don't. Y'all are my least favorite couple on here, okay? Y'all have so much drama within yourselves, and then y'all bring it into the group. It's not even funny. I don't like y'all. My least favorite, to be honest, least favorite. Like, we can get a whole nother couple for next season, to be brutally honest. We can keep these 2 that we got right now and get a whole nother couple and take them out, because I don't even want to see them for another season. I really don't. It's a bunch of foolishness, and I don't come for the drama. I come for the reality, and that's all stirred up and made up drama. I'm not here for it.